What's going on, guys? My name's James, and on this channel I share tips, tricks and tutorials that can make you become a better filmmaker faster. So if this type of content interests you guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. So how many times have you guys been out and want to film something that you've seen that is cool, but you don't have your camera on you? This has happened to me countless times, but we carry a camera on us everywhere we go, and that's our phone. And this doesn't just go for filmmakers, this goes for people out there who love the idea of filmmaking, but might not have a camera. I always see business owners uploading videos shot off their phone onto Instagram and YouTube, and I think to myself, they can make this just that little bit better, that just oozes professionalism. So I'm gonna show you guys today how I film a short cinematic sequence and then edit that. So before you start filming, you have to get your camera into the right settings. And we are using a 4-year-old Samsung Note 8. So there is no excuses. The best setting for this phone to capture what I want is 60 frames at 1080. And 60 frames is very important so we can slow the footage down in post. We don't want to select 24 frames unless we are going to shoot in real time and keep that footage in real time in post. So I picked a pretty cool location, and there was a set of stairs leading up to an old crane. So the first shot, I got my subject to stand on the top of the stairs and walk down, and I just wanted to capture the feet on a nice close angle. It was a static shot with no movement. The next shot I got of my subject was a leading shot. So I was in front of my subject walking backwards while he was walking towards me. The third shot was a following shot. So the same thing, my subject was walking forward, but I was following him from behind, walking at the same speed, same distance to my subject. So the next scene will be my subject standing in this, whatever the hell this is, and I'm gonna get a nice orbiting shot around him. So it's always good to remember when using a phone, because it's very small and very light, you don't want to get much movement happening. So use your legs and your body to do the movements. So the next shot, I'm going to get my subject walking down these tram lines and following from behind, but I'm going to focus on the feet. So I then saw a crane from down below looking up. From a low angle, I thought, you know what, this may be cool to put the phone above my head, hold the phone steady and just twist my body. And that's how I captured this shot. Now, one of my favorite shots of all times is this next shot. It's called the parallax shot. It's when there is an obstacle or something between you and your subject, and just enough that you can get that peak of your subject through that. And when you walk together with your subject past that obstacle, it gives a cool effect, like everything's moving, but you guys are staying at the same speed. Parallax effect is very popular in film, and I absolutely love it. So after capturing these shots, I captured just a couple of B-roll shots, just of a ferry going past and the water crashing against the shore, just to add to the whole scene of the area. So now that we've finished our filming process, we're gonna get into editing. So let's get into it. So here we are in Final Cut Pro, and it doesn't really matter what editing software you guys use. We're keeping the edit pretty basic, so any editing software should do the trick as long as we can do a few things. So the first thing we're gonna do is, once we've imported the clips, we are gonna create a sequence of events. So I've gone along and I've created this little sequence. And then what we are going to do is we are going to add a music track, something that fits what we're editing. And then we are going to go in and we're going to highlight all these clips, and we're going to go up to this stopwatch or whatever it is. We're going to click on that. We're going to go slow and down to 50%. And I've already done it here. So we have now slowed our clips down to 50% of the speed. So that 60 frames goes straight away down to 24 frames. And this is exactly why we need to make sure we're recording 60 frames, so we are able to slow our footage down in post. Now, once our footage has been slowed down, we need to then edit to the music. And I'm not just saying throw on a clip of music and just edit randomly. We need to find a beat or a pronounced beat within the song and sort of stick to that beat as our cuts. So every clip, we are going to hit a beat, say, that we like, and we're going to cut on that beat. and then the same for the next clip and the next clip. Now, you don't always need to cut on the same beat, just cut on some type of beat. It will just make your whole cinematic sequence flow much better than just having these random cuts everywhere. Try to get them cut on an actual beat to the music. So once we have our song selected and our vision is edited to the beat of the song, we are going to go in and we are going to quickly color grade our clips. So on Final Cut Pro, we need to make sure we have a clip selected. We are going to go up to our color wheels. So on Final Cut Pro, we need to make sure we have a clip selected. So we're going with the first clip here. We're going to go up here to our color inspector. We're going to click on that and we've got color wheels. So now we just need to adjust our colors, and I've already done it now, but to show you what the original footage was like, that's what it was like. It was very bright, and very bright isn't really cinematic, so you want to sort of knock that brightness out a little bit, and you just want to play around with your highlights, shadows and midtones to sort of get an image where you want it. And also I've taken down the master saturation just a touch too, because it was a little bit oversaturated. And we're going to go along, and for every single clip we are going to do the same thing until we are happy with all our color grading, and I'm pretty happy with all this so far. So once we've done all that, then we can play around with other things like fades. So I'm going to fade the vision out, so I'm just going to drop a cross dissolve there, and just to have a look what it looks like now at the end, it's just going to fade away, and I'm pretty happy with that. We can also put one on the start if we want to be able to fade the shot in. Just adds to that cinematic sequence. So another quick tip is to go in and either detach all your audio, so by right clicking each clip and go detach and delete your audio from each footage if you don't want it. In this case, I don't want my audio, my recorded audio to be in this clip. I just want the music. So I've pretty much detached all my audio and deleted all my audio that are recorded from the phone. There is another thing we can do now to just finish it off and just add something else to it. I think that will be to add a letterbox. Let me just tone this one down a little bit too. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag and select all our clips, including our audio, and we're going to right click and we're going to hit new compound clip, and we are going to create a compound clip, and then it will look like this. So one single clip. We can go to our effects browser, we can type in letterbox, grab the letterbox, put it on the clip, and then we can select our ratio. So we are going to go maybe with a 255, so something like that. And I think that looks pretty good. So I think we're pretty much done now. I'm actually pretty happy with how this sequence looks, considering it's a smartphone filming all this. Yes, the quality isn't perfect, but it's still pretty good. So let's hit play on this and let's see what it sounds like and what it looks like all together combined. Hope you guys enjoy. So a couple of things to really take away from this is when you're using a phone, because they are pretty small and pretty light, you get a lot of micro jitters. And I still got a fair bit of micro jitters in my film, but to minimize that, try to keep your phone close to your body, your elbows locked in and sturdy, and try to have nice smooth steps. If you can avoid taking steps and avoid those movements, then your footage will come out even smoother. Obviously static shots or shots where you're just leaning or panning, they're gonna come out smoother than when you are walking. So have a think about it and try to minimize those shots as much as you can. So if you guys have some questions, please leave them down below. I'm happy to answer them. If you found this content useful, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, it helps a lot, and I will catch you guys in the next video.